Welcome back on PostgreSQL DBA part 2 of the introduction. So here we are going to discuss different topics about the Postgres DBA course, which we are going to continue. So we'll start with we'll continue with the introduction. So we are going to discuss on Postgres brief history about the Postgres, where it started, what is the different versions it has taken, and from when it started getting used as an open source. All these things we'll discuss during the introduction to the Postgres. Also, we will see the support side, from where to get the support, what is the kind of support we are going to get. All these things we will discuss during the introduction to the Postgres part 2. Once that is done, we'll continue with the Postgres installation. In installation, we'll see how to install it on Windows, how to install it on Linux, different platforms of Linux. Also, we will see how to install Postgres on AWS EC2 machine, then on Azure virtual machines. All these things we'll discuss during the installation, and also like what are the physical files which gets created, we'll discuss during the installation. Once the installation is this is almost it's a practical session where we will work on live environment. Once the installation is completed, we will continue our discussion with creating the cluster, and once the cluster is created, we will create a database on top of it. So to do this, we need to know PSQL. So the thing is, like, let's say you have a cluster, and inside this cluster you are going to create a database. So in order to create this database, you need to have a tool. The tool which we use here, it is called PSQL. PSQL will log into PSQL prompt, and then we will create the database. So for that, you need to know what are the different commands available in PSQL, and also what are the library. Basically, we'll learn how to access the library. We'll see different commands, how to see which command to be used, and all those things we will discuss during PSQL. Then we will head on to logical structure. So in logical structure, so whatever we discussed now, like we have a cluster. We'll discuss that during logical structure discussion. We'll discuss on the cluster and how inside one cluster you can create different, multiple databases, and under each database you can create different schemas, schema 1 and schema 2, and under each schema you can have multiple tables. All these things we'll discuss during logical structure. And once once this discussion is over, we will head on to schema and user management. So we should know, how to manage the user. As a DBA, you should be aware of how to create a user, how to give grants, how to grant the roles to the user. All these things you need to know being a DBA. So we'll discuss during user management, schema management with respect to Postgres DBA. Then we will head on to physical architecture of the database, or Postgres database, you can say. During physical architecture discussion, we'll discuss about background processes. What are the background process we have? Then memory components, different memory components like shared buffer, work memory, wall buffer, how to set it, all those things we will discuss, and also the physical structure. So as I told, when you install the software, it will create few physical files under the base folder. I will discuss, like what are the files which gets created inside the base folder, and when you create a table, what are the things happen in the background, what are the physical files which get created, where it created, all these things we will discuss during the physical architecture. And then we will discuss pgconf and pghbaconf. These two are the important files. It get created when you create, like under the default location and also on the database file location. So we will discuss in detail what is the use of PostgreSQL conf. So what are the parameters which get defined inside this. We'll go in detail with respect to these two files. And once the file management is done, we will discuss about MVCC architecture. MVCC architecture is the most important one. As a DBA, you should be aware of how Postgres manages MVCC, meaning multi-version concurrency control. It is the most important topic we will discuss during MVCC architecture. While discussing MVCC architecture, I will also discuss ACID properties with respect to Postgres. ACID stands for atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. I will explain in detail with an example all these four properties of the Postgres SQL database. Then once this is done, we'll discuss about replication, how to set up replication and how to manage the replication, logical replication and a streaming replication. All these things we will discuss during replication. Then we'll discuss about upgrade, how to upgrade from one version to another version. Like let's say your database is running on 9.6, how to upgrade it to 11 or 12 or whatever. Or like if your database is running on 14, how to upgrade it to 18. All these things we will discuss. We'll take one or two scenarios as an example and we'll work on that. And once the upgrade part is completed, we will discuss backup and recovery. So during backup and recovery, like different backup and recovery practices like logical backup using pgdump and also the physical backup, PG-based backup. All these things we will discuss during backup and recovery. Once that is done, we'll look into the monitoring. Monitoring is also an important part. How to read the log file, where to read the log file, how to edit the log file to get more information about what's happening inside the database. All these things we'll discuss during monitoring of the Postgres database. And also, once this is done, I kept performance tuning as a last topic here. The reason for that is, like, in order to tune any product, you should know the architecture and all other components. So once you understood the basics of all these things, you can think of tuning the database with respect to the need. It may be proactive tuning or it may be a reactive tuning. For that, you should know all the different components of the database. So that is the reason I kept it in the last. So this is the most important topic. Being a DBA, if you are thorough with this, it will help you in a longer run. So I will go in detail with respect to the performance tuning. I will give you scenarios where you can practice the practical things at your place, like live scenarios you can create in your lab environment and get the hands-on experience with respect to the tuning. And then I will discuss extensions. There are multiple extensions available. We'll discuss all those things during the discussion with respect to the extensions. So next is we'll see, as I said, like the introduction. Like this is the world's most advanced open source relational database software, where you no need to pay any money to use this database. It's free of cost to use the software. Like the Postgres is not only like popular because it's open source. It is popular because it supports all the like features, or it gives all the features where you get from paid softwares like Oracle or MySQL or DB2 or any other RDBMS. So all those like features will get it for no cost. So you no need to pay any money to use this software. So even though like Oracle provides a higher amount of higher quality of database software, the similar quality you can expect with Postgres. All the features, it may be backup recovery, or it may be performance tuning, or tools to handle the database, you will get it with Postgres. So it's popular not only because it's free, it is popular because it provides all the features which higher premium databases like Oracle provides. To know the brief history, like it's almost here for nearly 30 years now. So like which started as actually it is started in 1986 as a university project in Berkeley. So and in 1989 they released the official version as Postgres, and in 96 like Postgres it renamed as PostgreSQL because it's started supporting the SQL, and like they renamed in 1996, and in between 1996 to 2000 it get transitioned as an open source, and then later from 2000 to till now there are different versions available. Till 9.6 version it was slow. They provided less contributions to this. From 9.6 onwards, like it started like 10, 11, like 11 and now the latest version is 18. So you can imagine, like from 2000 to now it has some different versions. Different versions is nothing but the features get added every year. So we are now with the latest release of 18. So we'll discuss we'll keep our discussion with respect to 14, and also we will see the how to upgrade it to 15, 16 and 18, and also we'll see what are the new features available with respect to 18. So being said, let's see the website from where we can download the software and how to make use of the website like PostgreSQL.org. This is the official website from where you can download the software. Let's open the browser and see how to make use of Postgres.org website. So here is Postgres.org. So this is, like if you come here, you will see the latest releases. So if you scroll down, you can see different release dates and all those information. So how to, like if you want a detailed note about it, you can click on this and see the release notes. Like what are the different uh, features get added, and all those information will be available with the release notes. Later, like if you need to download the software, you can click on the download link here or here, either of the one. So click on the download link. You can see different options, different versions with respect to the operating system. You can download on Linux, Mac OS, Windows, Solaris, all this. So even in Linux, you can have your own, like Postgres for different flavors. We'll concentrate mainly on Red Hat Linux and some Ubuntu or other Linux like Oracle Linux. We can make use of it. So this is where you can download. We'll go in detail with respect to the download and installation when we are working, like when we go with part 2 of our course, which is installation. Let's head on to our next topic is like the support system, where like from where to get the support, how to get the support. See here, one thing is for sure, like where when it comes to the support, you don't have the official support like paid softwares like Oracle, where like if you face a bug, you will raise a ticket to Oracle support, and Oracle support will help you to resolve those bugs and all those things in a service level agreement time frame. Whereas in Postgres, you don't have that facility. You need to make your management aware about this. The reason for that is since it's an open source software, it has its own limitations. So when it comes to the support, you have a mailing list. So if you go to support, and let's say if you go to support and if you go to the mailing list here, so here is the mailing list where you have to send a mail. Let's say you get a bug, you need to send email to this, like email ID, and also like you have different topics you can discuss here. So first you need to send an email with respect to a bug, and since it's an open source, community of people will be working here. They will respond to it based on the solution. Like there is no definite time that you will get a solution here. Mostly you will get a solution within 1 to 2 weeks, but it is not guaranteed like a paid software. So like it may be any topic like PG admin related issues. You can see on 2025 October, like what are the different topics which were mailed and discussed, who is the author. All this information you are going to get with respect to this mailing list. So then comes the support. Like let's say it is not that like you won't get the support at all. There are commercial supports available. If you see Enterprise DB, here I'm providing the URL for that. Like Enterprise DB is a popular support you get with respect to Postgres. You can make use of it, but the thing, you need to pay the service level agreements like SLA. You need to buy the support from them. EDB also provides its own EDB Postgres, its own version of Postgres. Either you can use that one, or you can get the support for open source software like open source Postgres. So EDB is one, and also you have Crunchy Data, another service provider. Like this, there are many other commercial support providers. We can make use of it. As we discussed, like latest is 18th version. And like we'll concentrate mainly on 14 or 15. We'll do all the installations and all the different features we will discuss with respect to 14 or 15. Once this is done, we will, well, upgrading will take one or two scenarios, and we will upgrade from 14 to 17 or 15 to 18. So we will do multiple scenarios when we are upgrading, and also we will discuss the new features with respect to 18C. So we will head on to the installation part, and thank you. We will end this session now. We will continue with installation in the next class. Thank you.